Babe of the day. Babe of the day. Jayne Mansfield, Part 2. Because she was too big for one video. Jayne couldn't do anything to shake her sex appeal. She smoked, had 5 kids, was never single. She even made playing classical violin look hot. Besides all this, she was still able to project that she was very available. That's just good marketing. One of her kids is actress Mariska Hargitay, who has enjoyed a lengthy run on TV's Law & Order Special Victims Unit. This is her with Joan Collins, also a fine-looking woman back in the day. This is the famous series of pictures of Jayne Mansfield with Sophia Loren, and you can tell why. Now, Sophia Loren was also, quite something, but compared to Jayne Mansfield, you can kind of see this one in particular is famous, infamous, whatever you want to call it. It is well known, and you can kind of see where Sophia's eyes are looking just like, oh my goodness, what is that? This is another one along the same order. It's not quite as famous as the Sophia Loren one, but it's along the same order. And this was actually a beauty pageant contestant, Miss Hollywood at the time. It's like, what's she stacked up against? That director chair, that's just clever, isn't it? She wasn't shy about pointing it out. Let's just put it that way. 21-inch waist. That's such a tiny waist. Her and Marilyn Monroe allegedly had the same waist. This is another one. Anytime you see her in a public setting where there's guys around, just look at the faces on the guys. This is her and Natalie Wood's also in the picture. She has made a lot of public appearances. She actually enjoyed being seen. She loved the adoration. Awesome pictures from The Girl Can't Help It. Oh, this is Mickey flinging her around in the air. I don't know how he could do it. He actually was a pretty impressive bodybuilder. But to be able to do this, oh my goodness. Flip around the air like that. Instrumental Jayne. Just pictures of her with instruments and musicians and things. She actually was quite musical. She really did know how to play the violin. And if you ever get a chance to see her play the violin, you really should. She can play it extremely well. It is beyond belief, her talent. She actually played it in high school. I mean, she could have gone professional with that if she wanted to, but I think we're all glad that she chose the path that she did. There she is again. Oh my God, she's the whole package. Just being awesome like that and being able to play the violin like something else is. Yeah, this is a picture of her in high school with the violin. Notice the brunette hair. This picture with the harp is really neat, just her leaning against the harp. Nightlife. Of course, a big part of her image is, wearing the different evening gowns and everything that looks kind of fancy and ritzy. The opera gloves, the fancy dresses, earrings. This is a good one here. She looked good in just about any pose. I mean, she could really model. I like the earrings in these pictures that she has. These had to be some expensive earrings at the time. Her in furs always looked good. That was always a good look for her. Different fur coats, fur stoles. Bedroom behavior. Oh. Just pictures of her basically, whether it's in lingerie or lying on a bed or anything, which was very, at the time, just about every actress, posed in lingerie or on a bed. They can call it sexist nowadays or whatever they want. It's hot and they know it. Oh, here's her with one of her little dogs again. She just had a personality that sparkled. They really, it's not just the looks or the way she acts or anything. She just has a personality that just kind of sparkles. She played dummies in movies and TV shows and everything else, but she actually was not at all. She had a very high IQ. It was supposed to be a near genius IQ, and I could believe it too, because she did know how to market herself. I mean, she knew just how to do whatever it was that got the most attention. And she was never uptight or flaky about anything like this either. Like, she would thank people, when she would do the photo shoot. She'd thank the cameraman or, send them letters, things like that. She was always, really, nice and considerate like that. So, never one of those, oh, don't look at me, the cameras aren't on, never anything like that. When I pick my baby of the days, I don't just pick them on, their looks or talent. I mean, it helps. It's definitely, qualifying factors, but it's also, just kind of their personality, their general personality. If they were decent sorts of people. That's really just in a nightshirt or anything else. It didn't matter what she was wearing. Oh, them stuffed animals and big pink stuffed animals. I would like to know where some of this stuff ends up. Some of it that she had, her like those stuffed animals or anything like that tiger rug that was in the last video or the earrings. I would like to know what became of all this. I think it's absolutely terrible that they, took down her house, years ago, what she called the Pink Palace. I think that they could have preserved it as a landmark because that thing was a thing of beauty. A real life Barbie mansion. Bath time. There's no shortage of pictures of Jayne Mansfield, being wet, either taking baths or being in a pool or wearing a swimsuit. Or it would seem that she was very at home in the water, that she liked the water a lot. Soapy bubbles. That'd be a good commercial for Mr. Bubble, wouldn't it? Home and family. She, even knowing that she had, 5 kids and everything, and she was married more than a couple times, and she had her fair share of suitors and everything. But even knowing all that, she still had. There's really nothing that could make her, unattractive or that would really put you off. And And she always looked good in the pictures when she was posing with, Mickey Hargitay or any of her husbands or her kids. Well, her next to the classic cars. Women and cars always go together for some reason, at least in pictures. Besides visually, cars and women don't usually click together, but they always look good together in a picture. Oh, here was one of her kids. Here with a pin in her mouth. Looks like she's going to change a diaper. This is kind of an interesting picture with her in the helicopter. Oh, getting her star. There's a nice little family photo. Another good group shot here. Be sure to watch my next and final Jayne Mansfield video, part 3. Once again, it's going to be all different pictures and everything. It's definitely worth checking out. And let me know what you think about this video and the other video. Leave comments in the comment section. Tell me what you'd like to see more of. Or if you'd ever like to see a part 4 someday. I wasn't planning on it, but that could happen. Let me know.